Hello everyone, I'm Autopia1996 and we're watching Grand Theft Auto. This is Transform Racing. I just wanted to actually put this video together. There's some low level players that I was racing against, and I'm a very, well, look at that 718 wins to 256 losses. So, and that the 256 losses is usually due to the fact that I'm racing against cheaters mostly, and sometimes I give races away to people I think are new to the game. But and I'm not just saying. I love racing, and I've been racing probably 6 or 7 years now. I race in Grand Theft Auto pretty much on a daily basis, every day. I don't miss a day. Now, the two guys that I noticed in here that are using mods to cheat, there's Autopia1996 and hellolovelycx, and there is another guy, simlexa, but I don't think he's actually a cheater. He just happens to be there with them. He might just be a friend. But the two other guys, Autopia1996 and hellolovelycx, they're like level 61 and 19, and simlexa is level 5. I'm level 139, but I mean, I try to keep my levels down by trying not to acquire RP in any way I can. So I never put a like on the end of a race because it gives you 50 XP, and I try not to do anything that's going to give me XP. But at the same stage, it doesn't matter. I have another account which has got nearly level 500. I don't use it, and the only reason why is because I get phone calls all the time from Lester, and Lester rings every 30 seconds. So to avoid that, I created a new character and I use this one now, and I win all the races pretty much. But I've been watching these guys in these races. We've got 4 races. In this first one, it's the Gauntlet II, and they aren't cheating at this stage. I think they were just watching to see what kind of a racer I am, and to assess whether they can risk using mods to win. In the second race, that's when they start showing that they've got mods. They use speed cheats to quickly pass my motorcycle, which is all my vehicles that I use in transform races are actually done up to the maximum, and I'm really good at racing, and I know the tracks like the back of my hand. I'm so proficient with racing and don't make mistakes, and if I do, it's because I'm not worried about trying to win now, because I'm thinking I just want to go on not exploit. I need to make a report on these guys that are exploiting. So, I'm just looking at my list of stuff here. The first race is not really showing anything except the fact that they're not really good racers, and that's because they're not using any cheats at the moment. Second race though, we'll get there when it comes up, so I'll just let you watch the rest of this. It's almost finished now anyway. So I've already finished, and they're still coming up. I mean, I still enjoy, everything with Grand Theft Auto, even if there's people that like to cheat, and there's just so many cheaters in this game. All my stuff that I put on the internet is to do with showing these guys cheating, because if they're prepared to cheat, they got to be prepared to be banned and lose their accounts. And I mean, that's their risk. You don't do stuff like that unless you're prepared to get caught. And it's just the same if you speed on the road. and the police catch you, you'll get a few demerit points, and eventually you'll lose your license. So that's what's going to happen with these guys. They're going to get reported. Eventually they'll lose their account. I mean, it's a risk they want to take, so it's not worth it as far as I'm concerned. I reckon just get good at something. Practice, practice, practice. I mean, I do it every day, and I make myself get better at the track. I know it so well, and I mean, I can win against people at really high levels. And if I see anyone that's like, level 800 or whatever, it doesn't bother me. As long as they're not cheating, I still have a really good chance of beating them. Alright, in this race, this is Snakes on Plane. Snakes on Plane. Transform race again. And there's hellolovelycx and Autopia1996. And you'll see in the beginning here where hellolovelycx will come flying past me with the same kind of bike, which I see he's on that pink bike there. And he just comes flying past me. He's even hovering in the air. See, there he is. There's no way that he could get that kind of speed going past me, and then he backs off, and then he comes flying past me again, and then Autopia 1996 comes flying past me on a bike that's not even as powerful anyway, and then he knocks me off the track. So that's when I go and report the exploit, and yeah. And then once they've been reported, they all find a way to just slowly back off and let me come into the lead, because I know that if they get reported for exploiting, it comes up in there. I don't know how it works because I don't exploit and I don't use mods and I don't know much about it, except for the fact that I do know that if they've got I think they call it a menu, it somehow gives them a report that they've been reported, or a notice that they've been reported. And so then they choose to back off from winning so that they don't lose their account for exploiting if they get, something further going on. But I'm watching them the whole time, which is why I videoed every race that they're in, because I didn't want to just show the final race, because it probably wouldn't have as much to show about their method in doing this. So I wanted to give you a full event of how they go about it. They firstly suss it out, see what I'm doing, and then they try out the exploits or mods, and then they just work up to the point where they just can't help themselves but to try to just exploit the game and win it. And so I just wanted to show evidence, because they're only low level races. Low level guys, they don't even have very high rankings. Like hellolovelycx is level 19, he ends up being level 20 by the time we get up to the last race. Autopia 1996 is only level 61, and like I said, I'm 139, and simlexa is level 5. And then later some other guy comes into it. His name, well, it's not that important. Oh yeah, simlexa goes from level 5 to level 6. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's not the point. They're just very low level and not very good at racing, and they're just using cheats, as most players seem to be doing nowadays, which really annoys me. But it gives me something to put on my YouTube channel, that's for sure. My YouTube channel is hellolovelycx, so if you want to go and check it out, I'm trying to only show things without me in it, but like as in without my face down the bottom. I've put those as unlisted, but anything that I don't put myself in, I put it on the internet for you to see all these cheers. There is a race that I was in that had some guys that were dropping vehicles like aircrafts and everything across the track to block it, and they had all these pink vehicles that didn't even exist in the game, that they created themselves, and they're all in there too. So, you know, I took that off for public viewing, but I should put it back on. The only reason I don't like showing myself is because I get so upset at the whole thing, and I don't like looking at myself and going, see, you know, I kind of get like that. It is frustrating when you try really hard to do something and then these guys just use exploits. Now, I'm sorry I'm chatting away, I'm not even keeping up with the racing here, so you would have already seen the parts where they were using their speed cheats, and then they backed off, and here I come up to win the race. So it's almost over on this. This is the second race. We got two more. So the third race, what happens in the third race? Not much really. Third race just shows me win it quite easily. It's really the fourth race where they start, you know, doing some really bad stuff to me, like making it look like I'm an incompetent racer. They snatch me off the track, and you know, then they well, then I start wanting to report them, and that's when I just, because I'm focused on reporting them, I go through just looking at my controls, and I'm going, okay, I'm going to report them, and I go and miss the checkpoint, and that's when, yeah, it's a single lap race, and they wouldn't let me get close to them again. And I know that I could have easily won it, because if you remember, I've got 718 wins to 256 losses. That's pretty good statistics, especially when I'm racing against cheaters all the time. And the 256 losses are because of these cheaters, not anything else. I mean, occasionally I do get some good races that appear to be racing without cheating, and I love those races. If somebody wins and I can see that they're not cheating, it really feels good to, you know, have somebody to challenge without, you know, having a disadvantage all the time. Now here we are, end of that race, coming into race 3. I'll just be quiet because there's not really anything to say about this race except the fact that I stopped to let them catch up, and I love this race here is one of my favorites. It's just so easy, really good race. Easy for me because, I don't know, it's just one of those races I enjoy. Okay guys, I'll let you watch it, and I'll be back for race 4. Alrighty, that's that race over and done with, and an easy win. Another best lap time there. Now the race where all the trouble happens, and this is what I was waiting for, to see if they were going to do this, and they did. Damn, I hope this is recording, because it's going very slowly while I'm doing this recording over the top of the video. This is the race called Maverick Transform race. Same guys in it again, and Autopia1996 wins it, and hellolovelycx comes second. And yeah, they did cheat in this. This is where their mods end up benefiting them to exploit the race to win. I even let them have a chance to catch up, and then they took advantage of that. Thought, well, we're faster than him, and it's not the truth. I just let them catch up, so I sat behind them, and then when I went through, then they used their speed mods and knocked me off the track, and I just reported them, and I just thought, that's it, okay, I've had enough. So this is for you guys at Rockstar Support. I'm hoping that I've given you enough to see the progress of these guys, where they start off with just testing the grounds to see what kind of a racer I am, to see what they're up against or whatever. They're low level players, and they're using mods to cheat, to speed cheat, and like knock me off the track at the end. And I mean, it's very obvious. I've watched everyone in these races for years now, and I can see who's cheating and who's not cheating. It's very obvious when people are using mods, especially with the way that things happen in a race. For instance, they start with racing, instead of 3, 2, 1, goes from 1 or 2. There's a lot of things that they do. I could go through a number of things, but there's a lot of things that show. I like at the end sometimes they say loser instead of, like, you know, and I could be not even the last person, but it was still saying loser, and that's only using mods to do that and that sort of thing. But there's a lot of little telltale things that give it away that they're doing cheats or using cheats. And anyway, I just don't like it when people play the game like that, where they use other people to their advantage. Like, they go, okay, this guy's a great player, we're going to exploit and beat him. So, and I am a great player. I'm not going to be saying that just out of the blue. I mean, if I practice something every day for years and I'm good at it, then I'm, you know, I've got to say I'm good at it. I'm not going to just go, you know, I'm not good at this game. Played it for years, but I am good at it, and I have played it every day, and I do know the tracks so well, and I don't make mistakes. People that cheat make it so that I make mistakes, and that's the only way. So please ban these guys. I'm sick and tired of people cheating, and I've given it to you, leaving it in your capable hands, guys. So thank you for watching. Remember to visit my YouTube channel on rib11x. Credits, of course, go to Rockstar Games and Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Thanks for such a great game, guys. I really love it. It's the only game I play. I mean that. I don't have any other games I play. I've got other games, but I just don't play them. This is the only one. I love it.